till the day's done.
What's up, guys? This is sidechain from A1 Productions, bringing you an FL Studio tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make custom bass. Let's get to it. Now, first off, I already do have a track here in the works, but particularly we're focusing on the bass. So I'm going to go ahead and start it and finish it off where the hook ends. Alright, so y'all pretty much understand the concept of what I'm going for. First off, I do apologize for any background noises. I have a 20-month-old little girl, and she's just being adventurous right now, so please excuse that. Now, I want to talk about the bass in particular here. I have 3 different options I'm working off of. The first one is going to be Boo Bass that I have connected right now. Now, I want to go to pattern mode instead of song mode so you can hear exactly what we're working with. And you see more or less how we do it in a nutshell environment. Now, do note that in track 9, which is where the bass is, there is no effects. And on the bus bridge, there is no effects, as well as the master. So there's purely just the instrument here. Alright, so let's play it and pretty much adjust it to our liking. Alright, that's kind of rough. Let's add more bass. Take out treble. That sounds pretty decent, but it doesn't fit the track. Kind of like the way that sounds. Let's go ahead and try it and make sure that it works perfectly. Alright, so there you have it with Boo Bass. You can pretty much use it in any direction you want. Now let's go ahead and look at something a little bit different. Another FL Studio native. This one does require certain purchases in order to get. And what we're doing here is using the analog bass, and I'm going to show you exactly how I achieved this. So I'm going to go ahead and play and let you hear it. Alright, so first off, let's go ahead and open it up. Make sure we have it open. Click onto your analog bass. Right here where the frequency thing is, you're going to want to left click that. Go to your local EQ. Make sure you select A. Turn off part B. Move this down. Right click about here. Make sure that you right click it. Push it on hold. Turn off these 2 settings. And let's check how it sounds now. before and after. Alright, now let's check that out with the actual beat itself. See if we do like it. Alright, I'm really loving the way that sounds. And when you have it pretty much going and you have the unique sound you want for it, you can save it. I'm going to show you how to do that here in a second. I do want to show you a couple things with this particular bass setting as well. Yo, it's CJ. I completely forgot about one thing, and that's teaching pretty much how to save a preset. So I'm going to show you two different ways, then we'll get right back. In this example, I'm going to click on the one with the shortest amounts. I'm going to save the preset there, rename it to wherever I have, load it up, go back to my folder, and then save it in there simply by doing that. And then come back to this one, delete it so I don't get confused when I try to search it up. For the boo bass or anything else, particularly I'm going to go with this one. You're going to want to click the plugin options, save preset as, and basically title it whatever you want to do. I'm just going to put harmonic bass. Save it. So every time I open up the program, I automatically right click, and there it is right there next to default. And it's the same exact way we had it there. So let's get back to the video. So first I'm going back to pattern mode. I'm going to click play and I'm going to show you what I mean. Now, because it is EQing out all the stuff we don't need, I find no use for going in there and just taking off everything else. So I'm making it simple to where you don't have to click much more in this actual program itself. I'm sorry, the plugin. So let's try it this way. It just gives it a little bit more sound to it, which this is strictly bass. So we're gonna listen to it again and see more or less what it would like. On to the next plugin. This one is actually not free and would require some type of money just to pretty much purchase it. This is going to be the Nexus. And what I had did is went to the bass, use bare square, basics, or pretty much anything else you might need. I had used basic sine for this one. And with a little bit of adjusting, I ended up just saving my own unique sounds here. Now under the mix category, we're not going to focus on anything else right now. Under the mix, you're going to want to make sure you have everything where you need it. I'm going to show you this part here in a second. And what I mean by that is simply this. Now this is the original sound right here. And what you hear when I had activated it is the lead that I had did, and all I simply did is just take off the oscillators, cloned it, and pretty much made both of them work together without working together and causing too much frustration when I'm trying to do bass mutes or the lead mute. And then I had clicked onto the library, went down to the stereo, which is by the ST, and then bass mono maker. It automatically gave me this. And honestly, I pretty much left it the way it is. I like the way it is, and I want to just go to my category and pretty much save the preset as my own. Because ultimately, so now we're going to go into Nexus. Now what I had did is went under the bass category, used the basic sine, and I had pretty much crafted my own. Now what I had did is under the mix category, I'm going to show you the way it initially sounds so you understand how it is. If that sounds any familiar, pretty much what I did is transposed it up 2 octaves and then muted it to get my unique lead that you hear in it as well. Simply cloned it and then muted it. Now the other thing I did do is I went to my library tab, went down to the stereo area, and I selected the bass mono maker. It comes out as a stereo enhancer, and personally I feel like it makes a big difference, but without making too much of a big difference. So I'm going to show you with and without it so you can see it. Alright, now there's one more thing we can do depending on how you feel about it. Now I've seen by other videos produced by A1 Productions, which I highly recommend taking the time to go watch them all. Simply what they had did is for the kick and bass, they would put a slight attack on the bass, allowing it where your kick and bass it's not clashing with another. And in this particular sound, it has a small click at the beginning, so we're going to want to take that out in the following procedure. Alright, now you notice that there's a small little clicking on it. Simply what we can do to get rid of that is use the master filter. Simply what we can do to get rid of that is use the master filter and make it of our liking. Of course, we are going to pass to only the lows, so we're going to keep it at that and work to make sure that click is out of the sound. And there you have it. Alright, so the final thing to do is listen to what we have with the song and make sure that it's to our liking. Now I am going to mute a couple things to show you pretty much how it sounds with and without certain things. We're going to mute the master filter as well as the amp up modifier, which pretty much takes out the attack. Alright guys, so there you have it. If you have any questions, be sure to leave a comment below, and if you enjoyed this tutorial, be sure to give this video a like, subscribe to our channel to be updated every time a new tutorial comes out. Also, please visit our website at a1musicproductions.com.